everyone! Welcome to Studio Classroom on the Air. This is the place to come when you want to have some fun. My name is Rebecca. When you think about the future, does it stress you out? Do you feel like it would be helpful if there was someone available to help you figure out what you enjoy? Well, a life coach could be an option for you. We don't always know what we are good at, and so sometimes it's beneficial, that is helpful, to have someone help us out. Well, today's lesson is called Mentors and Life Coaches. And here are a few words and phrases we're going to talk about. First, break habits. And the next is to be held back. Okay, friends, open up those magazines and let's begin.
Mentors and life coaches. Life coaching is a similar concept to mentorship, but it's a bit more formal. Life coaches are paid to help people identify and achieve their goals. People hire life coaches for any number of reasons. Some people want help in a specific area of life, such as career, family, or health. Others want to reduce stress or increase happiness. Still others struggle with deciding how to spend time. Life coaches can help with all of these situations.
Now, yesterday we did talk about mentorship, but today we get to talk about life coaching, and I'm very excited about this topic because, believe it or not, Gabe, I'm actually a certified life coach.
You are not. Get out of here.
I am. I went through the training. It was about 2 years of training.
What?
I worked with a life coach myself, and I am a certified life coach. So this topic is something that is very close and dear to my heart.
Okay, so, real quickly, what is one value of being a life coach?
Well, one value of being a life coach is you get to work with people, you get to ask really good, powerful questions to help people achieve their goals.
Excellent.
So you're not there like counseling people and telling them what they should or should not do. You are helping them to identify their goals through questions.
Okay, well, we're going to learn some more details about life coaching here in our lesson. We read life coaching is a similar concept to mentorship, but it's a bit more formal. The opposite of that word formal could be informal, or you might also use the word casual.
Yes, indeed. And so we did spend a little bit of time talking about life coaching, but just once again to remind you, it's really the idea of asking questions. Life coaches are there to ask questions. They're there to help you dig inside yourself to find out what you really enjoy doing. Life coaches are paid to help people identify and achieve their goals. So yes, you do have to pay a life coach, but it's worth it.
Okay, and you still may be wondering, well, what's the difference between a life coach and a counselor? Well, there are some differences. Of course, there are some similarities too. A counselor might help you work through some problems that you had in the past. It might be more past-oriented or helping you work through some hurts or things like that. Whereas a life coach is more future-oriented, like Rebecca keeps saying, helping you think about your goals and your career, things that maybe you didn't think to ask yourself before.
That's right. Now, you might be wondering why. Why would someone want to hire a life coach? Well, our lesson says people hire life coaches for any number of reasons. We'll find out some of those reasons shortly, but first, let's take a look at these words, number of. This just means several of a particular type of thing.
Okay, so you could say there are a number of restaurants close by. Because of how I said that, you get the idea that there are quite a few. There's not just one or two, but there are a number of restaurants close by. You could maybe be even more specific and say there's a large number of something, or there's a small number of people, right? But this phrase any number of reasons actually is kind of fun. It means all kinds of reasons. You're not saying there are anywhere between 12 and 20 reasons. No, it doesn't matter what the number is. The whole idea is that there are all kinds of reasons. She may have quit for any number of reasons. We don't know all the reasons.
And so let's find out some of these reasons why people hire life coaches. First, well, some people want help in a specific area of life, such as career, family, or health. Others want to reduce stress or increase happiness. And what is one of the other reasons that's mentioned in our lesson?
And we read, still others struggle with deciding how to spend time. So there are a lot of issues that you might have in life. Basically, any time where you're feeling maybe like you're doubting yourself in some way, or you're not sure how to move forward, perhaps you feel unfulfilled in life and you're not sure why. Any reason that life causes you to slow down and maybe you feel like you're in a rut, well, maybe that's a good time to find a life coach.
Now, here's another difference between a counselor and a life coach. Typically, when people go to a counselor, they want to spend time talking. They want to spend time sharing. They want someone to listen to them, especially if it has something to do with something of the past, kind of like what Gabe mentioned earlier. Whereas when you work with a life coach, not that you can't share about stuff of the past, but they are definitely very focused on helping you to let go and move on and achieve your goals.
Exactly. So friends, what about you? Are you in a situation in life where maybe you need to have a big change, but you're not sure how? Well, you could seek out a life coach, or at least perhaps seek out a mentor. If you don't want to pay for a life coach, maybe look for someone in your life who you're close to, whom you trust and look up to, and find that mentor. And first, maybe they can be a sounding board for you. Well, you know what, Rebecca? There's something interesting waiting for us in the info cloud, a bench warmer.
A bench warmer? What's that all about? Well, let's learn more about that in the info cloud.
Welcome to Info Cloud. We often find a lot of expressions in English that come from playing sports and how those games fit into everyday life.
I love playing basketball. It's fun and good for your health. There are many English expressions that come from the game of basketball.
You know, I was never that great at basketball. I was on a team in my junior high school, but I was mainly a bench warmer.
A bench warmer is someone who plays on the team and spends most of their time sitting on the bench. That's a place where substitute players sit.
Exactly. So I would only get a few minutes at a time to play when the better players were tired or if our team was really ahead.
We also say that someone who is bench warming is sitting on the sidelines. That means that they are watching instead of participating.
Most of my life, I felt I was just sitting on the sidelines. So I decided to do something about it and started taking night classes to get a better job.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Studio Classroom, where we are talking about life coaching. Now, we already learned that sometimes people will hire a life coach to help them identify and achieve their goals. And of course, people hire life coaches for a number of reasons. Now, you might be wondering, how? How does a life coach help someone achieve their goals? Well, let's find out now.
Mentors and life coaches. Life coaches ask questions that help clients clarify what they want to focus on in life. They also help identify beliefs or habits that stop people from reaching their goals. They can then help people break out of those bad habits. And they provide emotional support and encouragement. Both mentors and life coaches offer experience and wisdom that can help you make changes. They can encourage and guide you as you journey toward the things that are truly important.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Okay, so we started talking a little bit about life coaching, And I've already mentioned several times that life coaches use questions, or they ask questions. Well, that's what this next section says. Life coaches ask questions that help clients clarify what they want to focus on in life. Now, why do you think, Gabe, it's important to use questions?
Oh man, that was such a good question, Rebecca. I don't know the answer to that question. Is that why questions are good? Because it gets people to think about things in a deeper way that they don't usually.
Exactly. Yes, questions are really good because it actually helps the client to really think, to really find themselves and to discover what they want to do in life, rather than me just telling you, hey, Gabe, this is what I think you should do.
Yeah.
I think you should go play drums, or I think you should do this. No. Life coaches want the client themselves to discover that on their own through questions.
That's an interesting point. Oftentimes in life, people might think that you're really good at something, or they might say, hey, I think you'd be really good at this, and maybe you could check it out. And perhaps that's useful, but questions could be even better, because maybe what you think somebody is good at, maybe that's not what they should be doing. And so perhaps a life coach is more well-trained for something like that. But we continue here. They also help identify beliefs or habits that stop people from reaching their goals. That's a very interesting idea, Rebecca. Is that true in your training to be a life coach, to ask questions that get people thinking about what they believe?
Absolutely, right. So, you go through a series of questions, and that can help people really discover what they believe, or help them discover things that are holding them back from reaching their goals.
Hey, you know what? You just mentioned a word that's not in our lesson, or a phrase, to hold someone back. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, this phrase just means that there's something that keeps you from doing what you want to do.
Okay, so for another example of how to use that useful phrase, don't let criticism hold you back. We need constructive criticism from friends and people who want to encourage us, but even people who are kind of mean and maybe critical, don't let that kind of criticism hold you back. Listen to what they're saying, see if there's any truth in it, and move forward. Don't let stuff like that hold you back.
That's an excellent example, because when you live life, you are going to be faced with criticism. But rather than allowing that to hold you back, move forward. Well, let's move forward now. We read, they, referring to life coaches, can then help people break out of those bad habits. Now we want to take a look at the phrase to break a habit, specifically a bad habit, because not all habits are bad, right? So to break a habit or a bad habit means that you stop doing something that you regularly do, and usually it's something that's not good.
Okay, so I wrote down some of my bad habits that I think I need to break. One is looking at my cell phone right away, the first thing in the morning, okay, checking social media and stuff like that. Another is hitting my snooze alarm too many times. Perhaps I shouldn't hit it at all. I should just get up when my alarm goes off. When I get to work, I tend to check my email and other stuff like that. Actually, that's not the best thing. That a lot of really good leaders, they do more important stuff before checking their email. So those are just some few little habits that I need to break.
Great examples, and you can do it. Jayo.
Thanks.
And we read here, they provide emotional support and encouragement. Of course, that's referring to life coaches. Both mentors and life coaches offer experience and wisdom that can help you make changes. They can encourage and guide you as you journey toward the things that are truly important.
And of course, it's important to break bad habits. It's also important to form good ones. Thank you for forming the habit of joining us every day here at Studio Classroom. And now let's end with something fun.
A review skit.
Why did you invite me out to coffee?
Well, you're a new manager at the company, and I'm an experienced manager. And we've been paired.
Paired?
Yes, it's a new mentorship program. Experienced managers like me are paired with inexperienced ones like you. I can help you. I can be your mentor.
Well, thanks, but...
Besides helping you, it benefits the company. When managers do their job, everyone wins.
Oh, well, actually...
You know, mentors are not only useful in a business context.
Oh?
A more experienced person like me can also help you in other areas of life.
What do you mean?
Mentors can help you achieve your goals. They can encourage you, give you advice, and answer your questions.
Yes, but...
They can help you with life in general.
I'm not sure about this pairing program.
We can have casual meetings over coffee and plan activities together. This will be fun. Do you like knitting?
Well, thanks, but I already have a life coach.
A life coach?
Yes, it's similar to a mentorship, but it's a bit more formal.
More formal?
Yes, I pay someone. They help me identify my goals and achieve them.
Why would anyone pay someone?
There's any number of reasons. They can help with career, family, or health. A life coach can help reduce stress and increase happiness.
I can do that.
They clarify what clients want to focus on and provide emotional support and encouragement.
Both mentors and life coaches offer experience and wisdom.
That's right.
Well, I can be both. I'll be your mentor and your life coach.
No, wait, no.
So, how much does a life coach make? How much money does...
Okay, so here is a question for review, or a review of today's lesson. What do life coaches use to help their clients identify what they want to focus on in life? Did you just say questions? They ask questions? You are absolutely correct. Life coaches use questions. And by using questions or asking questions, they help their clients identify what they want to focus on. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time right here on Studio Classroom.